Strong statement from the United States against Russia. The White House announcing 60 Russian diplomats will be kicked out of the country because of Russia's alleged poisoning of a former spy in England. This is the most aggressive action the Trump administration has taken against the Putin regime. The U.S. is joining a growing list of Western countries expelling these Russian diplomats, and now Russia is responding, vowing to strike back. CNN's Michelle Kaczynski has the story.
60 Russian diplomats. According to the Trump administration, aggressive spies have 1 week to pack their bags and get out. A dozen Russians will be kicked out of New York at the UN, 48 others at embassies and consulates around the U.S. The Russian consulate in Seattle will be shuttered. Administration officials saying it's too close to a U.S. submarine base. A sharp U.S. response to the nerve agent attack, poisoning former Russian spy Sergei Skripal, his daughter, and others in the UK.
I think this is a good move by the president and the administration. I'm glad to see it. It sends two strong messages to Putin. One is we are going to hold you accountable for your crimes. And number two, that you're not going to be able to continue to divide and sow chaos and discord in the West.
This move cuts the number of Russian diplomats in the U.S. by 13%. Officials saying this will make the U.S. safer from Russian espionage. More than a dozen U.S. allies also expelling diplomats. And Russia already warning it will do the same right back.
The United States did a very bad step. I'm sure that time will come. They will understand what kind of grave mistake they did.
It's a much harder line than previously seen from this administration, especially from President Trump, who only days ago defied his national security team's warning in all capital letters to not congratulate Vladimir Putin on his election victory. On a phone call with Putin, Trump didn't even bring up the poisoning attacks or election meddling, which lawmakers, both Democrats and Republicans, are worried that this administration is not tackling. Now, Trump will have a new national security advisor in John Bolton.
The director must stay clear.
A new Secretary of State in Mike Pompeo, both of whom have called for strong action against Russia. Though in 2016, Bolton criticized President Obama on Fox News for taking the same action in merely expelling diplomats.
That is utterly useless. So if you make them feel pain and others feel pain, then the possibility of deterring future conduct like this increases. That's what we need to do.
Today, former CIA operative Bob Baer agrees.
You go after Putin's money. You go after the oligarchs. You hit them in their pocketbooks. Bolton is absolutely right. I don't usually agree with him, but he's right on this. You really have to make him feel pain, and expelling 60 diplomats does not go far enough.
Russia, sensing that something like this could be coming down the pike, for days has been trolling the U.S. on Twitter, issuing warnings. Today, they tweeted a poll asking people what U.S. consulate in Russia should be shut down. But we also this morning heard Trump administration officials warn Russia back, saying that if Russia does retaliate, the U.S. could well take further action. John?
All right, Michelle Kaczynski at the State Department. Michelle, thank you very much. Joining